Welcome, and thank you for being here tonight at Moonlit Zen Sleep. This is your quiet space, your soft corner of the night, a place where you can finally release the weight you've carried today. Tonight's meditation is titled, Everything Happens for a Reason, Buddhist Teachings for Inner Peace, Clarity, and a Calmer Life. And before anything else, I want you to know this. You're not here by accident. You pressed play for a reason your heart understands more than your mind does. Maybe you're tired. Maybe life feels blurry, or heavy, or out of your control. Maybe you're trying to make sense of something that still feels unfinished inside you. Tonight's purpose is simple, to help you rest in the quiet truth that life has a rhythm, a gentle order, and a timing of its own, even when you can't see it yet. You're not here to figure everything out. You're here to soften, to breathe, to let life hold you for a while. So let's begin by connecting. Just you and this quiet moment, nothing else. Feel your breath move in, slow and unhurried, as if the night itself is entering your body. Feel your breath drift out, like a soft release you didn't know you needed. Let your shoulders settle. Let your mind loosen its grip. Let your body remember what ease feels like. You've done enough for one day, more than enough. Now, you get to rest. Imagine the space around you growing softer, as if the walls, the air, the darkness have all agreed to hold you gently tonight. Let the quiet settle in. Let it wrap around your chest, like warm, slow-moving water. We're setting the atmosphere now. The kind of atmosphere that tells your nervous system, you are safe, you are home, you can let go. Picture a moonlit forest, tall pines, cool earth, a narrow path, glowing silver under the night sky. The kind of night that doesn't ask anything of you, it simply receives you. Follow the path with your mind, step by slow step, until you see a small wooden temple, lit by a single candle inside. The door is open, the light is warm, and something inside you knows this is where you're meant to be. Take a breath and step in. The candle flickers softly, its flame rising and falling like a quiet heartbeat. Its glow touches your face, your hands, your tired thoughts. You sit down near the candle, and the whole world seems to exhale with you. This is your space of rest, your space of release, your space of quiet understanding. Let your breath mirror the flame, steady, gentle, alive. Let the room grow still around you. Let the wind outside hush its voice. Let the night become your companion, patient, silent, soothing. Now, a soft action for you to take. Not effort, not discipline, just a gentle guidance. Breathe in, as if receiving something good. Breathe out, as if handing your worries to the darkness. Again, breathe in, slow and deep, like moonlight filling the room. Breathe out, and feel everything unneeded melting away. You don't need to push, you don't need to try. Just follow the rhythm, the easy rhythm that has been waiting for you all day. And if this quiet space brings you any peace or comfort tonight, you're always welcome to return, any night, any moment. It's free, and it's here for you, whenever you need a calm place to fall into. Now, let everything soften even more. Feel your breath slowing, like a tide settling into deep water. Feel your body growing heavier, yet your spirit growing lighter, as if something inside is gently unclenching. The candle steadies, the forest stills, the night wraps itself around you in a long, peaceful embrace. Let your thoughts drift like leaves on a river. Let your worries loosen like knots coming undone. Let your heart open to the idea that life has been guiding you here, to this moment, for a reason. You don't need to name the reason. You don't need to understand it. You only need to rest in it, the way the river rests on its journey to the sea. You're slipping slowly now, into the rhythm of Zen sleep, into deeper breath, deeper calm, deeper acceptance. Breathe in and feel the night welcome you. Breathe out and let everything else fade. You're ready now to enter the heart of tonight's story, ready to rest, to receive, to let the quiet teach you without a single word. When you're ready, we begin. Settle in right where you are. Feel the weight of the day loosen just a little, as if your body remembers how to soften again. Let your shoulders drop. Let your breath deepen. Let the quiet around you begin to open. You don't have to hold anything now. Not the thoughts, not the pressure, not the worry that lingers in the corners of your mind. This moment is yours. This stillness is yours. This soft night is yours. Take a slow inhale. Let it rise gently through your chest, and then exhale, easy and unforced, like something tired finally letting go. Again, a quiet breath in and a longer breath out. Feel your body settling, like dust drifting to the ground, finding a place to rest. Now imagine the night sky, hanging low above you. Clouds gather, thick and soft, holding the weight of an approaching rain. The air cools, becomes calmer, becomes almost tender. Inside one cloud, a single raindrop forms. Small, clear, perfectly still. It waits at the edge of the cloud's soft belly, ready for its fall, ready for its purpose. The world is silent. The forest below breathes slowly. Everything feels suspended in a gentle, timeless pause. Then, the raindrop lets go. It begins its descent through the cool night air, a fall so quiet that even the wind listens. At first, the raindrop believes it will fall straight down, a simple fall, a direct path, a clear destination. But life, even for a raindrop, rarely moves in straight lines. A breeze stirs the night, soft at first, then stronger, guiding the raindrop gently off course. It drifts to the left, then the right, spinning slightly. Without control, the raindrop feels the shift. It feels the sudden change. It feels the uncertainty. If it had a voice, it might whisper, "Where am I going? What is happening? Why is this happening now?" But it continues to fall, carried by currents it cannot predict and cannot resist. Let your breath mirror that fall. Let it move in and out without trying to direct it. Just observe, like you're watching the raindrop slip through the darkness. Inhale, the cool air of the night. Exhale, the weight of needing answers. The wind changes again. A new current catches the raindrop and sends it drifting farther from where it thought it was meant to land. It's no longer falling straight, no longer following the path it expected to take. It turns slightly, tilts softly, moves where it did not choose. The sky around it feels wide, endless, uncertain, and maybe, just maybe, you know that feeling too. The feeling of drifting, the feeling of being pulled by forces you don't understand, the feeling of wanting solid ground, but finding only open air. Take a slow breath now and let that feeling soften. You don't need to push it away. Just breathe with it for a moment. As the raindrop continues its fall through the shifting wind, the raindrop begins to sense something new, a kind of rhythm, a pattern in its descent, a guidance it cannot explain. It still doesn't know where it's going, but the fear eases just a little. Not gone, not forgotten, just softened, as if something quiet inside it has begun to trust the invisible. Let your own breath find that same softness. Inhale, slow and deep. Exhale, long and low. The forest below grows clearer. Dark shapes of trees rise, like gentle guardians of the night. The raindrop falls closer to the canopy of leaves, still unsure, still drifting, but moving with a new calm. The wind slows. The world grows quieter. The air becomes softer, warmer, like a hand guiding it home. The raindrop no longer fights the path. It surrenders to the fall. It lets the night carry it. And in that surrender, something shifts. It is no longer falling in fear. It is being carried with quiet purpose. Let yourself feel that shift too. The shift from resistance to release. Another breath in and a slow breath out. Closer now. The leaves shimmer below. In the dim silver of moonlight, the raindrop sees a wide, open leaf waiting beneath it. Its path was never straight, never simple, never predictable, but somehow it has brought the raindrop to this exact place. The fall slows. The air feels thicker, gentler, almost like water itself. The raindrop drifts downward, lower, lower, until it touches the leaf. A sound too soft for the world to hear. A landing so gentle, it feels like a breath against the skin of the night. The raindrop rests there, still, safe, held, and everything grows quiet. This is the end of the fall, but not the end of the journey. The raindrop does not yet know what this landing means. It does not know that it has arrived exactly where it needed to be. It only knows the peace of being supported after a long descent. Let yourself rest in that peace too. The peace of being held, even when you don't yet understand why. Take one more slow breath. In, and out. And when you're ready, we will follow the raindrop into the next moment, the moment where purpose unfolds. We move gently, softly. The raindrop rests now, quiet, still, held by the soft curve of the leaf. The fall has ended. The drifting has stopped. The wind no longer pulls it in unexpected directions. Here, in this small moment, on this single leaf, in a wide and endless forest, everything becomes calm. Let your breath match that calm. Inhale, as if touching the leaf yourself. Exhale, as if settling your weight upon it. Feel your body soften into the mattress beneath you, the same way the raindrop softens into the leaf's gentle surface. Nothing pushes it now. Nothing asks it to move. The night holds it exactly where it is meant to be. The leaf sways slightly in the breeze, not enough to disturb the raindrop, just enough to remind it that life continues around it without effort. A slow movement, a tender rhythm, a soft cradle in the middle of the forest. You may feel something similar in your own chest. A subtle shift, a small easing where tension has lived too long. Let that easing grow. Let the sense of being held spread through your body like warm moonlight. For a moment, the raindrop simply stays. It does nothing. It tries nothing. It simply rests. Sometimes that is the lesson. We forget most easily that it is okay to stop trying and simply breathe. Let your breath follow that idea. Slow in, slow out, softening the edges of your thoughts. The leaf beneath the raindrop is wider than it seemed from above. Strong, steady, capable of holding what arrives. Its surface glows faintly under the silver moon. Tiny droplets scattered across it shimmer like scattered stars. The raindrop becomes one of them, a small point of light caught in the night's gentle glow. Nothing more is required of it. Nothing more is expected. It is enough to simply be here, and you, right now, are also enough, exactly as you are, exactly where you are. Let that truth settle into you, the way the raindrop settles into the quiet of the leaf. Time slows. The world hushes. Even the forest holds its breath. The raindrop begins to sense. The leaf has its own intention, its own quiet purpose, its own role. In the unfolding of the night, the leaf tilts ever so slightly, just enough to encourage the raindrop to begin moving again. Not in a rush, not from force, but from a natural unfolding. The same way seasons change, or dawn rises, the raindrop glides toward the edge of the leaf, moving like a thought, that finally releases. Feel your breath glide that way too, in and out, smooth and unhurried. The journey downward is soft, slow, almost tender. The raindrop moves along, the curved spine of the leaf following its shape, its intention, its quiet guidance. It does not know where it will land next, but the fear of not knowing has faded. This part of the journey feels different, more peaceful, more aligned, as if the long fall was preparing the raindrop for this very moment. Let your chest loosen as you feel that truth. Let your breath deepen as acceptance grows inside you. At the tip of the leaf, the raindrop pauses, held by surface tension, balanced at the edge, between stillness and movement. The world feels silent, the forest seems to wait, and the raindrop sits in perfect calm. Maybe you know a moment like that. The space between what was and what will be. That breath between letting go and being caught. Take a gentle inhale and a long exhale and rest in that space for a few heartbeats. Then, without struggle, without fear, the raindrop slips from the leaf. It falls only a short distance, a soft drop, a whisper against the earth. The soil welcomes it, drinks it in, pulls it gently into its dark and living body. The raindrop sinks, past roots and fibers, past tiny grains of sand, into the quiet world below. There, it meets a thirsty root, thin, fragile, waiting for water. The raindrop touches the root and disappears into it, becoming part of its life, feeding it, healing it, restoring it. Something in the forest changes, small, invisible, but real. The root strengthens, the tree breathes easier, and the raindrop has fulfilled a purpose it never could have imagined. It thought it was lost. It thought it was drifting. It thought the wind was a mistake. But every change of direction, every shift, every detour, every moment that felt uncertain, brought it exactly where it needed to be. Let that settle into you. Let it soften the places inside you that feel confused or out of control. Take a slow breath in and let it ease out, as if releasing the need to understand everything right away. The raindrop is no longer alone. It is part of the tree now, part of the earth, part of the forest's breath. Its journey made sense long before it realized it. And maybe, just maybe, your journey does too. Even the winds that seem to push you in the wrong direction may have been guiding you towards something unseen. Let your breath grow soft, steady, quiet. As that truth moves through you, the night deepens, the forest hushes, the earth holds the raindrop in its dark, nourishing silence. And now you are ready to enter that silence too. We move slowly, gently, into the next story, the next teaching, the next moment of rest. Settle again, right where you are. Feel your breath soften and settle, as if the night itself is exhaling with you. Let the lingering thoughts from earlier fade a little more. You've already walked through the fall of the raindrop, through the gentle landing, through the quiet truth that nothing is ever truly lost. Now, let the night guide you into a new stillness. Take a slow inhale, deep and unforced, and then exhale, long and quiet, as if laying down another layer of weight. You are safe here. You are welcome here. You are allowed to rest. In the soft center of this moment, imagine now a small wooden temple at the edge of a forest. It sits there quietly, surrounded by tall pines, their branches swaying. In a cool evening breeze, the air smells of earth and distant rain. Inside the temple, a young monk kneels on the wooden floor. Before him sits a single candle, thin, simple, waiting to be lit. He brings a flame to its wick. The candle catches, glows softly, then trembles. A gust of wind slips through the cracks. In the old wooden walls, the flame goes out. The monk watches the smoke curl upward, thin as a breath, disappearing into the dim air. He tries again. The candle lights, hails, flickers, and then another draft enters the room. The flame dies once more. The monk sighs, a long, quiet, tired sigh. Maybe you know this feeling, the feeling of trying and feeling the wind take everything away. The feeling of doing your best, only to watch the light go out again. Take a slow inhale and let that memory soften. As the story continues, the monk tries a third time. He shields the flame with his hands. He leans close. He whispers a small prayer. For a moment, the candle glows steady, warm, hopeful. Then, a stronger gust finds its way in. The flame flickers violently, struggles, and disappears into darkness. The room dims. The air stirs. The monk lowers his head. He feels frustration rise, that familiar ache of wanting something to finally work. But the night offers no certainty, only wind, only shadows, only moments he cannot control. Let your breath fall gently here, as if joining his. Inhale, a quiet rise. Exhale, a soft surrender. When the monk lifts his head, he sees something. An older monk stands at the doorway. He has been watching in silence, like someone who has seen this many times before. He steps inside, his footsteps slow, unhurried. The young monk says, voice soft, I light the candle, and the wind destroys it. The older monk nods, not in disappointment, but in understanding. He walks to the candle, bows slightly, and says 5 gentle words. You are standing in the wind. The young monk blinks, unsure what he means, but the elder continues. Sometimes the flame is not the problem. Sometimes the place you choose to stand is. But let those words settle into you, not as a lesson, but as a breath. Inhale, slow and deep. Exhale, long and soft. The older monk gestures toward a corner of the room, shielded by a large stone pillar. Try again, he says. The young monk lifts the candle, rises, walks to the safer corner, a place untouched by the drafts that move through the old wooden beams. There, the air feels still, protected, quiet. He lights the candle again. The flame rises, steady, calm, untroubled by the wind. It stands upright, a soft golden glow. In the dim temple light, the monk watches it burn, and something inside him loosens. The frustration dissolves, the confusion softens, the ache inside his chest quietly releases. Not because he tried harder, not because he forced anything, but because he moved to a place where the flame could breathe. Take a slow inhale here and let it fall out of you, like warm sand, through open fingers. The older monk sits beside him. They do not speak. The candle flickers softly between them. The flame dances with a gentle rhythm, steady, alive, unhurried. Its glow shines faintly on the wooden floor, on the monk's hands, on the soft folds of his robe. The young monk feels peace. For the first time that evening, he understands something now, not through explanation, but through experience. Sometimes life doesn't ask us to fight the wind. Sometimes it simply asks us to step into a quieter corner. Let that truth rest inside you, the way the flame rests inside the candle. Inhale, stillness in. Exhale, resistance out. The older monk stands and walks slowly toward the doorway. Before he leaves, he pauses, one hand on the wooden frame, and says quietly, "When the wind makes life hard, move with kindness, not force." Then he steps outside. The door closes gently. The wind softens. The candle continues to burn. The young monk remains seated. His breath slows. His body relaxes. His gaze stays fixed on the small glowing flame. The wind still moves beyond the walls of the temple. It still whispers through the branches. It still brushes against the old wooden beams. But it cannot reach the flame now. Not in this corner. Not in this moment. Sometimes peace is not found by stopping the wind. Sometimes peace is found by choosing a gentler place to be. Let your breath find that place now. In and out. Smooth, soft, steady. Let your body shift internally to your own quiet corner, a place where the flame inside you can burn without fear. Outside, the night deepens. Clouds drift slowly across a pale moon. The forest rustles with distant movement, a soft animal step, a shifting branch, a whisper of leaves. But inside the temple, all is calm. The candle's glow illuminates a small circle of warmth and light. Nothing grand, nothing extraordinary, just a simple flame allowed to be exactly what it is. You too are allowed to be exactly what you are in this moment. Tired, quiet, seeking, softening. There is nothing wrong with where you are. Nothing broken, nothing behind schedule. You are simply finding the corner where your inner flame can finally breathe. Let your breath slow again. Let your chest grow heavy. Let your mind grow quiet, like the floor beneath the candle. Inhale, light. Exhale, wind. Inhale, warmth. Exhale, effort. Let everything soften. The young monk finally smiles. It is small, barely noticeable, but real. He understands now that the wind was never the enemy. The wind was simply part of the night. It was his position that needed changing, not the world. And now, as he watches the flame hold steady against the darkness, he understands something deeper. Every struggle has a softer path inside it. Every moment of resistance holds a place of ease. If we know where to stand, let that truth settle into your heart. Like warm rain, you don't need to force your way through anything tonight. You only need to shift your breath, your attention, your inner posture by just an inch. Peace comes quietly to those who make space for their flame to breathe. Take another deep breath now, slow, steady, letting your body grow heavier with every exhale. The candle burns on, its glow softens, the night holds everything, and you are ready to sink deeper into the quiet, deeper into the breath, deeper into the stillness, deeper into the heart of the storm where seeds wait to grow. The candle's flame continues to sway with a soft, steady glow, a quiet heartbeat of light in the vast stillness of the temple. And as it burns, the young monk feels something shift deep inside his chest. Not a loud shift, not a dramatic one, just a gentle rearranging, like pieces of a puzzle sliding into place without effort. Let your breath shift in the same way. Inhale, a small opening. Exhale, a soft settling. Feel yourself sink just a little deeper into the bed, into your body, into this moment. The young monk lifts the candle ever so slightly, watching how the flame reacts. It rises with him, moves with him, stays steady as long as he remains in the shelter of the corner. He realizes the flame does not fear movement. It does not fear change. It does not fear the world. It only needed a place that honored its fragility, and perhaps a place that honored his own. Let your breath reflect that truth, honoring your softness, your limits, your quiet needs. A slow inhale, an even slower exhale. You are safe to soften now. The monk returns the candle to the wooden floor and watches it glow. The flame dances gently, sometimes taller, sometimes smaller, never perfectly still, yet always alive. And he sees himself in it. He sees his effort, his struggle, his longing for light. He sees how often he tried to force the world to behave the way he wanted, and how the world kept answering him with wind. Maybe your own life has spoken to you in that wind. A job that didn't last, a door that didn't open, a moment you wanted so badly that slipped away. Take a breath here, slow and kind, as we walk deeper into the quiet of the temple. The elder monk has long since stepped outside. His presence lingers like incense fading in the air, but the young monk's breath grows calmer, steadier as he stays seated in the candle's glow. He notices something subtle, a change inside the room, not in the air, not in the wind, not in the light, but in himself. He is no longer waiting for the room to agree with him. He has agreed with the room. He has found the place where his flame can survive. Let your breath find that same place, in stillness, in softness, in acceptance. A gentle inhale, a long exhale. Let the acceptance move deeper. Outside, the wind shifts direction. It brushes the temple walls with a low, trembling hum. Not harsh, not violent, just present. The old wooden beams creak softly under the night's cool hand, and the young monk smiles because the wind no longer frightens him. He has learned to let the wind be wind without letting it decide the strength of his flame. Let yourself feel that ease. Inhale, letting the world be. Exhale, letting yourself be. Both can exist without conflict. In the candle's glow, dust floats like tiny stars, caught in an unseen stream. The monk watches them drift through the golden light, without direction, yet always moving. He sees in their drifting a quiet beauty, a natural wandering, a quiet surrender to the breath of the room. No force, no resistance, just movement, in harmony with what is. Let your thoughts be like that dust now, not pushed away, not judged, just drifting softly through the air of your mind. Let them float, let them fade, let them pass gently through the glow. You don't need to stop them. You only need to let them move. The candle burns on. Its wax warms. The wick glows. The flame whispers in tiny waves. The monk notices how the flame leans slightly to the right, not because of wind, but because of its own nature. The flame simply moves, as it was always meant to move, not perfectly straight, not rigid, but alive. You, too, are allowed to move in ways that aren't perfect. You are allowed to lean, to sway, to bend, without losing your light. Take another breath, soft and slow, holding that truth. Minutes pass, maybe more. Time becomes gentle, soft around the edges. The candle grows shorter, the room grows warmer, the monk grows quieter. He feels the night wrap around him like a robe of dark silk. He feels the floor beneath his knees, steady and grounding. He feels the flame's warmth touch his face like a small blessing from the darkness, and he feels a deep, quiet truth touch his chest, a truth that says, you were never failing, you were simply standing in the wrong place. Let that truth settle, not with force, not as a lesson, but as a breath. Inhale, release the old stance. Exhale, step into a gentler one. The monk looks down at his own hands. They no longer shake, no longer clutch the match, no longer fight the wind. They rest easily on his knees, open, relaxed, the flame reflected. In his fingertips, there is nothing left to force, nothing left to resist, only the quiet rhythm of breath and light, only the soft glow holding the room together, only the silent understanding that everything had been guiding him to this calmer place. Take a breath with him, feel the settling, feel the softening, feel yourself arrive. In your own quiet corner, the candle flickers one more time, a small gesture, as if bowing to the night, and the monk bows back, respectful, grateful. He understands now that the wind was never against him. It was only asking him to move, to shift, to breathe, to see. And sometimes that is all life asks. Not effort, not perfection, just a small shift toward a gentler place. Let your own breath shift toward that place. Inhale, peace entering. Exhale, tension leaving. As the night deepens, the candle's light seems to grow larger, not brighter, but fuller. Its glow fills the temple with a living warmth, a soft comfort, a steady knowing. The monk closes his eyes. He breathes slowly. He lets the warmth settle into every corner of his being, and in that stillness, he realizes something simple, something quiet, something powerful. The flame burns because he found the right place for it. And maybe the same is true for every moment in life. The right place, the right time, the right breath, everything happening for a reason. We only understand in stillness. Let your body sink into that stillness now. Let your breath rest like warm sand. Let the heaviness take over gently. You are ready to move deeper into the earth, into your roots, into the next story waiting for you. Let the candle dim in your mind's eye as the earth grows quiet, and breathe. Deep, soft, slow. We move now toward the next moment, the next truth, the next unfolding. Settle again, right where you are. Let your breath soften just a little more, as if the night is slowly folding around you. You've traveled far already, through the fall of the raindrop, through the struggle of the candle's flame, through the quiet corners where peace began to rise. Now, we move into another story, another whisper of the night, another gentle truth, hidden in everyday life. Take a slow inhale, feel it fill your chest, like warm air rising. Then exhale, long and easy, like a sigh you've been waiting to release. You're safe, you're held, you're exactly where you need to be. Imagine now, a small wooden house at the edge of a quiet village. The night has passed. The sky softens into shades of pale blue. The world is beginning to wake. Inside the house, a woman lies in bed, wrapped in a blanket of soft morning shadows. She is tired. She has been tired for many days. Her mind has been heavy. Her heart has been stretched thin. She has been longing for one peaceful morning, a morning without interruption, without noise, without the weight of another day. But outside her room stands an old wooden door, a door swollen from years of rain, a door with hinges that complain at every breeze, a door that was never replaced, never repaired, never silenced. And when the wind moves, even a little, the door groans, a long creak, a low moan, a restless sound that fills the house. This morning, the wind stirs early, a cool breeze slips between the trees, and the door begins to speak. Creak, as slow, drawn-out sound, crawling through the hallway, like a wandering ghost. The woman opens her eyes, not yet fully awake, not yet ready to rise, but pulled from sleep by that familiar sound. She turns on her side. She sighs. She feels irritation rise, like heat in her veins. Not today, she thinks. Not again. Please, take a breath with her, a breath that holds both frustration and fatigue. Inhale, the truth of the moment. Exhale, the weight of expectation. She pushes herself up, swings her legs over the edge of the bed. She presses her feet against the cool wooden floor. Outside her window, the wind grows stronger and the door groans again. Creak. The sound scrapes her nerves. She closes her eyes. She feels the ache of being pulled from rest. Before she was ready, she thinks of calling the carpenter. She thinks of nailing the door shut. She thinks of anything that might silence this stubborn morning noise. But the carpenter is not available today. He is away in another village, and the door will remain the way it is. For now, let your breath soften again, in and out, slow and quiet. The woman rises and steps into the hallway. Her bare feet press softly into the wood. The morning air wraps around her ankles. She stands before the door. Its wooden panels tremble. With the wind's gentle push, she places a hand against the surface. The door vibrates, a low hum, a restless heartbeat. She whispers, "Why can't you be quiet?" Just once, just this morning. She presses her forehead against the door's cool frame. Her breath fogs the wood, but the wind does not hear her, and the door does not change. She exhales, long and tired. But then, beneath the sound of the complaining door, another sound appears. A voice, faint, high, urgent, a child's voice. She blinks. She lifts her head. She listens. The wind hushes. The world stills. The morning holds its breath. Then the voice cries again. A sharp call, a frightened plea, a sound that cuts through the air. The woman opens the door, steps outside, and sees a small boy kneeling on the ground. He is clutching his knee. Tears streak his dusty face. His little chest shakes with rapid breaths. She rushes to him. She kneels beside him. She gathers him in her arms. "It's okay. I've got you. You're safe now." His leg is scraped. His hands tremble. He had fallen while running through the path beside her home. She lifts him gently and carries him inside. The morning that began with irritation now becomes something else. A moment of care, a moment of presence, a moment of quiet meaning. Let your breath soften again. Let the shift move through your chest. Inhale, a feeling of tenderness. Exhale, a release of old resistance. She places the boy on a small chair near the kitchen window. She tends his wound with warm water and a soft cloth. The boy sniffles. He tries to be brave. He wipes his eyes with the back of his hand. The woman smiles softly. "Thank you for calling," she says. "I'm glad I heard you." The boy nods. His breathing slows, and outside, the wind grows quieter. The door creaks one last time, a fading sound, like the final note of a long, restless song. The woman glances at it, and for the first time, she does not frown. She feels something shift inside her chest, a thread of understanding unraveling gently. She realizes she had woken early because of the door, because of the sound she wanted so badly to silence. If the door had been quiet, she would still be sleeping. If the carpenter had come yesterday, she would not have heard the boy. If the wind had not blown exactly when it did, she might not have opened her eyes. In time, each annoyance, each interruption, Each unwanted creak was part of a quiet, invisible alignment, a chain of small events, leading her to the moment she was needed most. Let your breath hold that truth, like a small flame. Inhale, the quiet recognition. Exhale, the soft acceptance. The boy finishes his tea. He smiles now, a small, tired smile, but a real one. He stands by the door, ready to leave. The woman kneels to look at him. "Are you all right now?" she asks. He nods. "Thank you," he whispers. She places a gentle hand on his shoulder. "You're welcome," she says. "Be careful now." He steps outside, runs down the path. The wind lifts his hair. The morning sun warms his small back, and she watches him, her heart calm, her breath deep, and she thinks of the door, the creaking she despised, the frustration she carried, the desire for silence that never came. She walks to it, places her hand on the wood again. But this time, she smiles. The door is still old, still worn, still loud, but it no longer feels like an enemy. It feels like part of the morning's purpose, part of the alignment, part of the quiet, hidden thread that wove her into someone else's life, into care, into meaning, into being present exactly when she was needed. Let your breath soften deeper. Let your body sink a little more into the warmth of the bed. You might feel something loosening inside you too, a tension easing, a resistance softening, a quiet thought whispering. Maybe nothing was out of place. Inhale, a sense of possibility. Exhale, the idea of accidents, because perhaps every noise, every delay, every interruption is guiding you somewhere, even when it feels like an inconvenience. Perhaps the wrong moments are the very moments that place you exactly where you need to be. Perhaps the wind that wakes you is the wind that aligns you. Let that truth rest in your chest, soft, warm, unspoken. The woman returns to her room. She sits on the edge of her bed. She places her hands in her lap. She breathes. The wind brushes the house with a gentle whisper, but the door remains still. No creak, no complaint, as if the morning has completed its task, as if the wind has delivered its message, as if the world has exhaled with her. She closes her eyes. A small peace settles behind her ribs, and maybe you feel that peace begin to settle in you too. Take a slow inhale. Let it fill the spaces that once held frustration. Take an easy exhale. Let it release the weight you no longer need. Let everything soften. Let everything rest. Let the morning noise become part of your quiet. Outside, the sun rises slowly over the trees. Warm light spills into the house. The shadows fade. The door, the wind, the creaking, the interruption, all become part of a larger rhythm, a rhythm that made space for connection, for compassion, for presence, a rhythm that could not be seen until the moment passed. Let your breath flow with that rhythm. Feel the wisdom in the things that once annoyed you. Feel the meaning in the moments that once felt inconvenient. Feel the quiet truth that even the creaking door has purpose. Even the wind has timing. Even the noise has direction. Even the unwanted has its place. Inhale, trust. Exhale, resistance. You are ready to move deeper now into the earth, into the roots, into the quiet truth that everything, every sound, every delay, every shift happens for a reason. She remains seated on the edge of her bed, hands quiet in her lap, eyes half closed, as the morning opens softly around her. The wind outside fades to a gentle whisper, not gone, just calmer, as if it, too, has found its purpose. She listens to the silence. It feels different now, wider, warmer, like a space that has been waiting for her attention. Let your breath find that warmth. A slow inhale, a soft exhale, melting deeper into stillness. She stands and walks toward the window. Light pours across the floor, thin at first, then thicker, like honey spreading over cool wood. Dust glitters in the stray beams of sun. The world glows in soft golden tones. Everything feels illuminated. Not only the room, but something inside her. The annoyance has passed. The frustration is quiet. All that remains is a kind of tender understanding. She opens the window slowly. Cold air drifts in, cooling her cheeks, lifting the loose strands of her hair. She closes her eyes and breathes in the morning. Let your breath do the same. Inhale, cool and deep. Exhale, slow and peaceful. She steps out onto the threshold. The village is waking. Smoke rises from distant chimneys. Birds call from the treetops. Chickens rustle in their pens. But all she hears is the echo of the child's voice, the cry that reached her in perfect time, not too early, not too late, exactly when she was meant to hear it. She presses her hand to her chest. Her heartbeat is steady now, slow, grounded. For the first time in a long while, she feels aligned, as if life itself has shown her something quiet and important. And maybe you feel a similar alignment rising slowly within you. Let your breath deepen. Let it grow heavier and calmer, like earth settling. After rain, the woman closes the window and returns inside. Her home feels different, not because anything changed, but because she is seeing it with new eyes. Even the hallway seems softer. Even the shadows feel warmer. Even the silence sounds kinder. She looks at the old door again. She touches its frame. She remembers how many mornings she cursed its noise, how many times she wanted to replace it, how often she wished for perfect quiet. But now she sees the door as part of the morning's design, part of the guidance, part of the hidden thread that wove itself through her life. She whispers to it softly, almost laughing, "Thank you." Let your breath echo that soft gratitude, in and out, smooth and gentle. She sits at her small wooden table. Steam rises from her cup. The morning light washes her face. Her body feels lighter. Her mind feels clearer. Her heart feels open. She remembers something her grandmother once said. Sometimes life wakes us in the only way it can. She smiles. The memory glows like a candle in the quiet room. Let that glow settle in you too, warm and slow. Across the room, the door creaks again. Not loud, not harsh, just a small sound as the wind shifts gently. Cree, a tiny whisper, and she finds herself smiling again. The sound no longer bothers her. It no longer pushes against her heart. It no longer feels like a burden. It feels like a reminder that life is always speaking, always nudging, always brushing against our days in ways we often misunderstand. The sound becomes softer, almost comforting, like an old friend calling from the hallway. Let the sound soften inside your own chest. Let your breath mirror its ease. Inhale, a quiet knowing. Exhale, a gentle release. The woman rises and walks toward her garden. The ground is damp with the night's rainfall. The air is crisp, alive. She kneels near the first row of plants. Tiny droplets cling to the leaves, shimmering like beads of crystal. She touches one gently. It breaks into smaller drops and slides down the stem. Everything seems connected. The rain, the wind, the creaking door, the child, her morning, her heart. a web of moments, each thread invisible, until the right light shines across it. That light is shining now. Let that understanding shine softly within you too. She sits in the garden. A little longer, she breathes. She watches the world unfold without hurry. A bird hops across the ground. A breeze stirs the tall grass. A distant cart rolls down the path. And everything, every small sound, feels like part of the morning's melody. Nothing out of place, nothing wrong, nothing wasted. Let your breath slow to that same melody, in and out, like the gentle sway of tall grass. Hours pass. The boy returns with his mother. He waves shyly. His knee is bandaged. His steps are steadier. His mother bows and thanks the woman. Her voice trembles with quiet fear of what might have happened if no one had heard him. The woman's eyes soften. She understands, not in her mind, in her heart. Every frustration that pushed her into the hallway, every sigh, every creak, every gust of wind was part of the chain that placed her at that door, at that exact moment. They speak for a few minutes. The boy laughs once, a small, relieved sound. Then they leave. The woman watches them disappear down the path. She knows life could have turned out very differently this morning, and she feels a deep, grateful stillness settle inside her. Take a slow breath now. Feel that stillness move through you, down your spine, across your chest, into your belly. Exhale and let yourself soften a little more. She returns inside and sits on the floor beside the old door. She places her back against the wood. She breathes with it. She listens. Every creak feels like a reminder, a whisper of purpose, a gentle calling from life itself. Nothing is meaningless. She thinks even the noise has a reason. Windesteed, rindigestaben. Her breath slows. Your breath can slow too. Let it fall softly. Let it settle deeper. Inhale, peace. Exhale, relief. The day unfolds quietly. She moves with ease now. Her steps are slower. Her mind is lighter. She sweeps the floor. She warms the room. She opens the windows, one by one, and each simple act feels sacred, like part of a rhythm she had forgotten. By noon, the wind returns. It brushes the house again. The door groans. A soft, familiar sound. Kriek. But this time, she closes her eyes and smiles, because the sound is no longer an irritation. It is a reminder that life is always aligning, even through the things we wish would stop. Let your breath align with that truth. Let it settle deeper. Let it soothe the restless places inside your chest. You are exactly where you need to be, even now, even here, even in this quiet moment. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. Life knows how to guide you, just as the wind guided her, just as the old door called her to wake, just as the morning noise became a blessing. Take one last slow inhale, deep and soft, allowing your whole body to expand gently, and exhale, longer, slower, letting everything fall into stillness. You are ready now to go deeper, to sink further, to move into the heart of the next story. We drift now, softly, quietly. Settle again, right where you are. Let your body sink a little deeper into the softness beneath you. Let your breath stretch gently, slow and unforced, as if the night is pulling you closer to its quiet heart. You've traveled far tonight, through raindrops, through candles, through morning wind, through doors that creak. At the perfect moment, now we arrive at the final story. Take one slow inhale, warm and heavy. and one long exhale. Soft and releasing. Let everything inside you fall towards stillness. Imagine a quiet path winding through a valley. The earth is soft beneath your feet. The air smells of jasmine and pine. The sky hangs low with pale afternoon light. Along this path walks an old water bearer. He moves slowly, steadily, with the rhythm of someone who has walked the same road for many years. Across his shoulders lies a wooden beam. At each end of the beam hangs a clay pot. One pot is whole, strong, perfectly shaped. The other pot is cracked. A thin fracture runs down its side. A delicate line, like a scar from another lifetime. And with every step the old man takes, a small trail of water leaks from the cracked pot, drop by drop, falling gently onto the dusty earth. Let your breath fall the same way, slow, unhurried, soft. For years, the old man has walked this path to the river, filling both pots with water, carrying them home, losing half the water from the cracked one. The perfect pot never spills a drop. It stands tall on the old man's shoulder, proud of its strength, proud of its usefulness. But the cracked pot, it tries. Oh, it tries. Every day, it holds as much as it can. Every day, it follows the old man's pace. Every day, it watches the water drip out, unable to stop it. And each evening, when the old man returns home, the cracked pot feels ashamed. It gives only half of what it was meant to give. Take a breath here, soft, slow, as if you're holding that pot in your hands. Feel its sadness, feel its exhaustion, feel its quiet ache. Inhale, a thread of compassion. Exhale, soft understanding. One morning, after many years of this routine, the cracked pot finally speaks. Its voice trembles, thin as a breeze, afraid of being heard. It says, "I am sorry." The old man pauses, looks down, tilts his head gently. "For what?" he asks. The pot's voice cracks, like its surface. "For failing you," it whispers. "I lose water every day. I slow you down. I am broken. I am not good enough." Let your breath deepen, a little heavier now, a little warmer. As the weight of those words touch places inside you, you don't often show. The old man kneels beside the cracked pot. His hands are old, weathered, steady. He traces the crack with one gentle finger. Then he smiles, a warm smile, a knowing smile, a smile that carries no disappointment at all. "My sweet pot," he says softly, "walk with me." He lifts the beam across his shoulders again, begins down the path. The cracked pot hesitates, afraid, ashamed, but it follows, step by slow step, drip by gentle drip. The old man says nothing for a long while, only the sound of his sandals brushing the earth, only the soft splash of water falling from the crack, only the quiet breath of the afternoon. Let your breath match that quiet rhythm, in and out, like footsteps on warm soil. Finally, they reach the river. The old man sets the pots down. The cracked pot braces itself, waiting for another scolding, another reminder of how imperfect it is. But the old man does not speak yet. Instead, he fills both pots with water, lifts the beam across his shoulders once more, and begins walking back. "Look carefully," he whispers. "Look at the ground beneath you." End quote. The cracked pot looks down. At first, it sees only dust, only footprints, only the familiar trail. But then, as they move further, it notices something different. Flowers. Not many, just a few at first. Small blossoms pushing through the earth, delicate and trembling, like newborn stars. Touching daylight, the cracked pot stares. The flowers line the path, on its side only. Soft yellows, light purples, pale whites, all blooming along the trail where its water has been dripping for years. The old man smiles again. "Do you see?" he asks quietly. The cracked pot cannot speak. It can only look, wide-eyed, breathless, at the flowers it never knew were growing. Let your breath warm gently here. Inhale, a soft opening. Exhale, a quiet recognition. The old man continues walking, slow and calm, the flowers thickening with each step. "When I noticed your crack," he says, "I planted seeds along this side of the path." The pot trembles slightly in his hands. "I knew," the old man continues, "that you would water them every day without trying. And you did." The pot's heart swells, breaks, heals, all at once. "You grew a garden," the old man whispers, "one I could never have grown, with the perfect pot." Let that truth soften something inside you. Inhale, the warmth of acceptance. Exhale, the release of old shame. The cracked pot begins to weep, not water, but emotion. For years, it believed it was failing. For years, it believed it was lacking. For years, it believed its crack was a flaw. But here, along the path, stretching behind them, is a ribbon of flowers, too beautiful to describe. Flowers that exist only because it was cracked, only because it spilled water, only because it was imperfect. Take a slow breath. Let it open your chest. Let it warm your ribs. Inhale the truth of your own cracks. Exhale any thought that they make you unworthy. The old man reaches home, places both pots beside the door. He rests his hand on the cracked pot's rim and says, "You are not broken in the way you fear. You were made for something different. You were made to water the unseen." Let your breath linger here. Let it settle on that idea that you, too, have watered places you did not realize. People, moments, small spaces in life that bloomed because of something you thought was a flaw, a softness, a sensitivity, a worry, a wound, a strange way of seeing the world. Each one may have planted flowers in someone else's path without you knowing, without you trying. Let that truth sink deeper. Inhale a thread of gentleness. Exhale the weight of self-judgment. Night begins to fall. Stars lift themselves into the deepening sky. Crickets hum softly in the tall grass. The old man lights a lantern. Its glow spills across the pots, warm and golden. The cracked pot watches the old man rest. It sees the flowers through the open door. It feels something new in its clay, a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, a sense of being enough. It whispers into the night, "Thank you." The wind carries the whisper through the valley. Let your breath carry your own gratitude for every crack, every scar, every quiet survival. Inside your life, in, soft gratitude. Out, quiet release. The old man closes his eyes. He drifts to sleep with the knowing that nothing in his life was wasted. Not the cracks, not the losses, not the slow mornings, not the broken places. Everything watered something. Everything bloomed somewhere. Everything had a reason. The cracked pot leans gently against the beam. Its heart is soft. Its body is warm. It finally understands what it never saw. It gave beauty to the world without knowing it. It shaped the valley without trying. It blessed the earth without intention. Maybe you have too. Let your breath become heavier now. Let your limbs soften. Let your eyelids drift a little closer, because you have watered places you do not remember. You have planted seeds you did not notice. You have shaped paths without realizing it. You have mattered in quiet ways the world never forgot. Inhale, deep and slow. Exhale, long and gentle. The night grows quieter. The lantern flickers. The stars whisper. The valley breathes, and the cracked pot rests in peace, held by the truth that nothing in life is ever wasted. Not the cracks, not the mistakes, not the moments that felt like failure. Everything leaks into the earth somewhere. Everything blooms. Let that truth carry you deeper into your breath. Let it soften the corners of your mind. Let it slow the rhythm of your thoughts. Let it prepare you for the closing chapter of this night. The cracked pot sits quietly beneath the lantern's glow, its surface warming in the soft, trembling light. The old man has fallen asleep, his breath slow, steady, as gentle as the tide, pulling itself across sand. Night wraps the house in calm darkness. Crickets hum softly. The distant river murmurs to itself. And for the first time in all its years, the pot feels whole, not because its crack is gone, but because it understands. Let your breath reflect that understanding. Slow, round, unforced. Inhale, a deep settling. Exhale, a soft melt. The cracked pot looks toward the doorway. Outside, the moon hangs low. Over the valley, silver light spills across the path. The flowers it watered glow faintly in the moon's reflection, petals shimmering like small pieces of starlight growing from the earth. The pot stares at them in quiet wonder. It had never seen them this clearly before. They sway lightly in the cool night breeze, grateful for the water it never meant to give. Let yourself feel that same gratitude for all the places in your life that unknowingly bloomed, people you helped without noticing, words you spoke that stayed in someone's heart, small acts that made someone's world softer, safer, or more hopeful. Most of the good you do, you never see. Let your breath hold that truth. In you, warm, out, soft. A pair of fireflies drifts near the pot, their glow rising and falling like quiet breaths in the dark. For a moment, they hover close, circling the crack as if blessing it, honoring it. The pot has no words, only feeling. A deep warmth rising through its clay, a recognition that the crack did not take away its worth. It gave it purpose. Maybe your own life has cracks like that. Old wounds, soft places, quiet fears, moments that split you open. Let your breath soothe them now, not to erase them, but to soften them. Inhale, gentle acceptance. Exhale, release. The night deepens. The old man shifts slightly. In his sleep, the lantern flickers. Outside, a small owl calls. From a tree, everything feels still. Everything feels aligned. Everything feels enough. The cracked pot rests against the cool wall, its body heavy with peace, its mind drifting towards something like sleep. But before it does, a thought rises quietly, like a whisper inside clay. If my crack had never existed, what beauty would never be? Let that question flow into you. Inhale, let it open you. Exhale, let it settle, because the truth is gentle. Your imperfections have shaped the world in ways you cannot see. Your softness has softened others. Your struggles have grown patience in you. Your cracks have spilled compassion in places that needed it. Nothing has been wasted. Not one tear, not one setback, not one wound. Everything has watered something. The cracked pot listens to the night a little longer. It hears the river. It hears the wind. It hears the steady breath of the old man, the one who saw its worth long before it did. And slowly, the pot begins to understand one more truth. It was never meant to carry water. It was meant to carry life, to give, to nourish, to spill beauty along a path that needed it, just as you have carried life in your words, your care, your quiet presence, your hidden strength, your unspoken endurance. Let your breath rise. With that truth, inhale the idea that you've mattered. Exhale the doubt that you haven't. Clouds drift slowly across the moon. The world cools. The night deepens. The cracked pot allows its weight to settle, its edges relaxing into the wooden beam, its surface cooling like warm stone, meeting the night air. It no longer worries about tomorrow. It no longer fears how much water it will lose. It simply rests. Imagine yourself resting in that same way. No pressure, no performance, no need to prove anything. Just your breath, just your body, just this moment. Inhale, softening. Exhale, letting go. Far down the valley, the first hint of dawn begins to stir, a fanned glow, warming the horizon. The cracked pot does not see it yet. It only feels the slight shift in the air, the subtle whisper of morning arriving from afar. It knows that the sun will rise, the path will warm, the flowers will open again, and it will continue to be what it is, imperfect, yet deeply useful, flawed, yet quietly sacred. Let yourself feel that same quiet sacredness inside your own being. Inhale the truth of your existence. Exhale the ache of self-judgment. The old man finally wakes. His eyes open slowly, soft with age, soft with gentleness. He smiles at the pot, as if greeting an old friend. "Sleep well?" he asks. The cracked pot does not speak, but something inside it glows. A warmth, a steadiness, a quiet pride in simply being what it is. The old man lifts the beam again. The pots sway gently. As he steps outside, the cracked pot feels the familiar slosh of water inside its body. But this time, it is not afraid of losing it. The water will fall where it is needed. The earth will drink. The flowers will bloom. The path will fill with color and life. It understands now that this is not loss. This is purpose. Take a deep breath. Let that understanding fill you with warmth. Inhale, purpose. Exhale, release. As they walk, the first rays of sunlight spill across the valley. Light touches the petals. On the right side of the path, the flowers that grew from every drop. Soft pinks, bright yellows, deep violets, white blossoms glowing like pieces of dawn. The cracked pot's heart overflows, not with water, with peace. It sees that its entire life was aligned to create beauty, not in the way it expected, not in the way others saw, but in the way the world needed. Your life has done the same. Let your breath receive that truth now. Inhale, soft gratitude. Exhale, deep rest. The old man pauses and turns slightly, looking at the cracked pot with affection. "You have always given enough," he says softly, "more than enough." And for the first time, the cracked pot believes him. Let that belief enter your chest. Let it spread like warmth down your spine. Let it dissolve. the old stories that told you otherwise. You have always given enough, more than enough, in ways you didn't see, in places you didn't know, in seasons you forgot. Nothing was wasted, not a single drop. Let your breath fall into that certainty. In, slow and heavy. Out, a deep unwinding. The valley brightens fully now. Birds lift their voices. The river sparkles. The flowers open like quiet miracles. And the cracked pot, still cracked, still leaking, still itself, feels complete. Not because it was fixed, but because it was understood, because it realized that its crack was never a flaw. It was a path, a doorway, a blessing, a secret gift, just like yours. Let your breath sink into the softness beneath this truth. You don't need to be whole, to be worthy. You don't need to be perfect, to be purposeful. You don't need to be unbroken, to bloom beauty into the world. You only need to be yourself, exactly as you are. Let your breath deepen. Let your body soften. Let your eyes grow heavy. You are ready now to drift into the final descent, the final breath, the final quiet. We move now, slowly, tenderly, into the closing section. For now, rest, breathe. Let your cracks glow softly. Let your flowers bloom quietly, and let the night hold you. You've traveled a long way tonight. Softly, slowly, step by gentle step, let your breath settle again, like a leaf floating down onto still water. Everything is quieter now. The mind, the body, the heart, all drifting toward rest. You walked beside the raindrop, the candle, the old wooden door, the cracked pot, each with a truth hidden in plain sight, waiting to be seen in its own quiet time, not through effort, not through logic, but through the softness that comes right before sleep. Let your breath move in that softness now. Inhale, light and slow. Exhale, deep and unhurried. If you listen closely, you might still feel the river inside you, flowing the way it always has, finding its way around the rocks, never rushed, never lost. You might sense the glow of the candle, steady in its quiet corner, warm despite the wind. You might hear the morning door, no longer a burden, but a messenger, guiding you gently, exactly where you need to be. And maybe, in the softest place within you, you can feel the cracked pot, still walking the valley path, still watering unseen places, still creating quiet beauty. With every drop, it lets go. These stories are not memories, they are breaths, still inside you, still alive, still unfolding. Let them settle, like moonlight, on calm water. You don't need to hold anything now. You don't need to solve, or understand, or carry any weight. You only need to rest, to drift, to soften. Everything else can fall gently away. Thoughts loosen, muscles release, breath deepens. The world outside grows dim and far. The world inside grows warm and wide. Let yourself sink into that inner world. It's safe there. It's soft there. It's yours. Feel the night around you, like a vast sky, opening without end. A sky that has room for every thought you had today, every feeling, every worry, and still remains endless. You are not crowded here. You are not small. You are not late. You are simply held in a space as wide as the universe and as gentle as the next breath. Inhale, as if drawing in moonlight. Exhale, as if releasing the tide. Everything that needed to happen today has already happened. Everything that didn't was never meant for this moment. Life's quiet intelligence is still flowing, guiding, aligning, in ways too soft to see and too perfect to force, like a river knowing its direction, like petals opening only when the morning is ready, like wind arriving at the exact second you were meant to wake. Let that thought float around you like a warm breeze. You don't need to search for meaning. Meaning finds you when you are soft enough to feel it. Tonight, you are soft enough. Let your breath fall deeper. Let your shoulders sink. Let every part of you release its grip. On the day, imagine the candle again, its flame glowing faintly in the quiet corner of the old wooden temple. The walls dark, the night deep, the flame steady. Let that flame be your breath now. Small, steady, untroubled. You don't need to protect it. You don't need to hold it upright. Just breathe and let the flame breathe with you. In, a soft glow. Out, a gentle sway. Outside the temple, the moon has climbed high, round and silver, watching over everything, without judgment, without hurry. Imagine that moon drifting above you now, quiet, calm, unmoving, its light falling across your mind, the way snow settles on untouched ground, soft, silent, complete. Let that moonlight touch the places in you that still feel restless and smooth them into stillness. You are safe. You are held. You are allowed to let go now. Let the stories drift into the back of your mind. Let the breath slow. Let the body become heavy, like warm sand. Nothing else is needed. Nothing else is missing. Nothing else must be done. The night, as you. The earth, as you. Your own breath, as you. If you wish, you may imagine the cracked pot again, resting in the old man's home, the lantern flickering softly nearby, flowers lining the valley path, the river shining under moonlight, each petal, each drop, each breath, a quiet reminder. Everything happens in perfect time. Everything aligns in its own way. Everything finds its place. Even you, especially you. There is nothing left for you to carry tonight. Let the breath grow heavy. Let the edges of thought blur. Let the body sink deeper into sleep's warm hands. You are drifting now, farther, quieter, softer, like a single leaf falling onto still water. No effort, no struggle, just release, just peace, just breath. And now, as the last tension dissolves, as the mind turns transparent, as the heart opens like a flower in moonlight, rest. Rest fully, rest deeply, rest in the gentle truth that life holds you. Even now, the night grows quieter, the breath slows, the body loosens. You are drifting, floating, sinking into softness, into peace, into silence, into sleep.